Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we're back for some more of the Twilight Princess HD Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we have went and returned back over here to the Sacred Grove with the help of the Golden Cuckoo that we got from Russell. We had to go and re-battle out with the Skullkin once more, but this time it was happening at the nighttime of how Sacred Grove was going to be working, so at least we got a much better experience so that we can actually at least see where the Skullkin's going to be running on into it with having that lamp that he actually does have. But now we went and basically returned all the way over here to where the Master Sword is going to be, and this is where the Temple of Time door is as well too. Before we actually go and head off into the actual Temple of Time door, well, we got some more Shadow Beasts that we have to go and worry about, so the best type of solution that's going to be here, if there is going to be a lot of these shadow guys around within this type of location, I think it's going to be better enough to say is just go ahead and use the Wolf Link form here. Like, if you want to use the regular Link form, that would be a nice, better idea if there was, like, probably less amount of these guys here. But for right now, since we have Wolf Link, I think that's going to be the better solution for the time being. Now, we'll get into more details about the Temple of Time because, there is some other things that I kind of want to get myself involved to within that area, but for right now, before we actually go and reach off into there, I do want to go and say is that within these two videos for today is not only are we just going to be, of course, doing it with our time with Twilight Princess HD, but we're also, of course, going to have to go and do some more of Yokai Watch 3. Now, for this episode of Yokai Watch 3 in particular, this is going to be the final episode of the main story that we're going to have to go and do. Now, once we go and jump into the post-game, there is only going to be a couple more other episodes from there, and after that, there is no more other Yokai Watch 3 episode. I'm not going to worry about heading off into Chapter 11, all that too much, and worry about this whole Zen challenge thing. That will be something for me on my own time for me to go and take care of. But yeah, everything else, I do have my own type of plans of what I want to do for that, but we'll worry about within that series later on for right now. But here we are within our time of the Temple of Time, and this is going to be the last of these other bugs that we're going to have to go and pick up with. And this is going to be, I want to say, for the female snail. And once you go and do this, that means we have all of the different golden bugs now finally accessible within our little golden bug index book. So pretty nice for what we actually do have here. Now, if you guys are kind of wondering exactly about what the Temple of Time is going to have its own little gimmick for, well, if you guys do recall, we are going to have to go and pick up with the Dominion Rod, and this is going to be something very important that we actually do need, and a little bit later on for the next up-and-coming dungeon as well. But for right now, since we got ourselves here with the Temple of Time, this is actually somewhat of a nice, good dungeon to at least get ourselves somewhat comfortable on using the Dominion Rod, because later on, when we go and start heading into our own free time for a little bit before actually heading off into the other type of dungeons later that we're going to have to go and do. There is going to be quite a bit of some areas that we're going to have to go and search for some sky books, and then we're also going to have to go and look for some heart pieces as well too in the process. But if you guys just want to see, Uku is just running along over here, but we will be meeting up with Uku pretty soon. Now, the good thing about here with Uku is that you don't really have to go and try to literally find where Uku's going to be, because instead, Uku is actually landing somewhere right around where one of the locked doors are going to be happening from here. So now we got some of these weird statue things. We got like small statues and also some of these bigger statues. Now the bigger statues that are going to be showing up, we can't really do anything about. So for right now, we can just go and just leave those guys as where they are. Now those type of weird bell things that are like around over here in the Temple of Time, those actually bring out the spawning of, I think, other of those bigger statues. But we don't really have any type of activation or anything within the Dominion Rod to even wake up with anything like that here. So for right now, we're just going to have to kind of wait. But Minda's going to be letting us know that, unfortunately, we don't really have any type of power or anything to go and do anything with those type of big statues. So for right now, we only just have the strength of just using some of these smaller statues here. But there's going to be quite a bit of times where we are going to have to use the smaller statues here to lead us all the way over to where where the Dominion Rod is. Now, the mini boss of our time is going to be with a Darknut, out of all things. Last time we did go about with a certain type of dark enemy, but that was known as Dark Hammer, and that was how we were able to go and pick ourselves up with the ball and chain. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Darknut is going to be located at the very far end of everything here for the end of the episode. So for right now, we can't really go about with him at this moment in time. But if you guys have been using all the different upgrades from the skeleton wolf buddy that we actually do have, one big thing that is very important for us to go and use at this point in time is using the Helm Splitter, because if you do not have the Helm Splitter, I am pretty certain, I think for this Darknut battle, you are going to run into a little bit of an issue, because I don't believe you can actually just go and do your backslice attack or anything else of that type of nature. I think the Helm Splitter is the only one thing that is kind of making you get prevented from not actually striking anything down with the actual Darknut, because you do have to like actually destroy all the different armor parts of his body though. But however, we're gonna go and open up through this door. Now there is some new enemies here. There's like some of these weird spider looking dudes. I think these are like mini garvantula things, but I'm not really too entirely sure if that's what they're known as, or mini Skulltulas or something like that. Why did I say Garvantula? That's like a literal Pokemon right there. Again, I got Pokemon and Zelda all mixed up in the brain. What am I gonna do anyways, huh? But anyways, we got some of these guys here, the Armoses. They're gonna be making their debut here, I believe. I don't think we ever got to see them yet before in a game throughout any of the parts of the different dungeons throughout our time here, except for this one. But yeah, those guys go like really crazy, because like once you go and actually destroy out like a part of their actual back part there, they start like going like ape crazy around. So basically what we're gonna do now is gonna be picking up with the dungeon map here, and now we can actually be able to see where we are going now at this point in time. And I think we do need to go and pick up with one of these as well. So to go and start off with that, we just want to go and place it onto those type of switches. And that's what mainly is going to be happening for most of these segments, is that we are going to have to pick up with the mini statues, place them on those little switches there, and that should at least open up with all the different doors. Now, that one particular place that I don't know if you guys already got to go and see like a little couple minutes ago or whatnot, I don't know if that's going to happen just yet. But there's going to be some of those doors where you are going to have to use a regular type of pot that's going to happen. But later on, you will actually have to go and then actually use your claw shot to actually shoot the pot out of the way so that you can open up with the other door as well. But I think we guys already kind of saw that, I think, already from before. So here we are now. We're in a whole brand new area. Now, if you guys do go and see right there, there's a lot of those little mini spider dudes or whatever those type of other enemies that are going to be around there. You're going to be wanting to go and use the spinner through a little bit of your time here, because that's going to be somewhat of the best way to go and knock all those little mini enemies down there. But for right now, is that all that we actually do have at this point in time is that we have one of those little mini statues there, but we do need another one to open up with the door that's going to be all the way facing all the way over to the front of us there. But we can't really do anything about it until we actually head all the way to the very far bottom part down here, and then that's where we could go and just do a lot of some different attacking all those guys. And after a little bit of some time, we went and picked up with the other little mini statue. And now we just need to go and take it all the way over to where the door is now. Just watch out for any type of spikes or anything that's going to be showing up around over here. We've already seen those type of annoying gear things from the last time over at the Arbiter Grounds. Yeah, now this could actually get really annoying, is that you kind of have to like place them in like a right correcting type of way. Because sometimes they're not going to like be able to get placed like very gently as it should be. And we're just going to be a little bit careful around there. And then we can just make it right around through this way. And there we go. Oh, almost. Come on. Oh, somewhat placed it there. And maybe one more time should at least work. There we go. Now we got it. And there we go. So now we actually got that little ledge finally opened up to us now. And we should at least be able to head down through here. Now, if you go through this room, this is where you could be able to find, I think, a key, and I think also a stamp as well. So we do need to go and pick those up. So just watch out for these guys, because they will go and use their hammer again. Yeah, backslicing is going to be the best way that you could go and do for those guys. And I don't really think there's any type of way to literally go and kind of dodge between those hammers, because like once they go and start going like crazy, they already got some damage on you. Okay, so there we go. I think that should give us a key or a compass or something there for another part of our time, what we do need. We'll have to see here. And let's see what we got. Yeah, we got ourselves a key. Okay. I was a little bit trying to reassure myself on exactly which type of chest that was going to be. But I know that this chest all the way at the far back here is that if you are playing Twilight Princess HD, there is going to be a stamp for you. So we got ourselves with Hylian letter L. Okay, so pretty nice. So how many letters have we got so far? I think we got ourselves with Hylian letter B, and then L, and then now we got D. And then I think we also picked up with J, right? Because that was one of the first of many ones. So I think we only got ourselves only 4 of those different letters for now. Unless if I could be wrong, we may probably have 5. But there we go. So there's the compass there. Okay, so now at least we went and picked up with that. So I didn't really get to go and show you guys too much of exactly what this area is all about. But this is going to be somewhat of a tutorial type of way of learning about how we're going to have to use our arrows to shoot some of those different type of orb things that are going to be around, and that will be moving different type of platforms here and there. But it is a little bit time consuming, so that's why I tried to like edit out on most of it, because it is a little bit tedious in some ways, because it does take some time. And you also have to watch out for the Beamoses as well, because those are going to be a new enemy here in this area too. Beamoses are really annoying, and you want to make sure that you destroy the actual emerald or the pearl that's inside their actual husk of their body, so that you can just make sure that they don't actually go and destroy anything that's going to be too wild around over there. Okay, so let's just go and head up through the door that's up here, because that should at least now lead us to where we need to go up to next. Now, I think there's going to be more of those little mini enemies as well too, so just be careful for what's going to happen. There we go, and just like that, I think that should be the last of those little mini spider guys here. And if you go and do knock out with any of them, I think you can actually get yourself with some rupees from it. Now, we already have our maximum increase of rupees at this point in time, so we do already have like around like roughly up to like 1,000 rupees right now. But there we go, so we already want to take care of that. It's all good there. Like, this whole first part, like, of Temple of Time is not too entirely bad. It's kind of like almost like Lake Bed Temple in a way. It's like this is just kind of like somewhat of you just kind of just going through the temple and just kind of getting the feel of what everything is before you actually go and pick up with the main item, and then things start getting a little bit annoying here and there. I know there's like one part in the Temple of Time, which I think we are going to probably be seeing for the next episode, where I will get myself a little bit lost, just like how it happened before when I was doing it as the, like from the original series that I wanted to do. Because I know that there was like something that I had to go and do with, I think, like one of the big statues, like to go and do like some sort of puzzle between the two. Because, like, I don't know if it was because, like, you kind of had to, like, use the different platforms to, like, kind of raise things up and down with the bigger statues compared to the smaller ones. But I think that's what we are probably going to see for next time. So there's a small key right there, and after once you go through that little segment of puzzles and everything, you should at least be able to now go and reach your way into the final segment here, which this is where we are now going to finally actually be able to go and take care of the Darknut that is sitting, or just kind of just chilling right now at this moment in time. I'm pretty sure that this is not going to just be the only time that we're going to be seeing these type of Darknuts, because these guys will actually become, I think, regular enemies later on throughout the game. It's just that for right now, this is just kind of a little bit of a mini boss, get ourselves a feel for what these guys are, because I think there's a time where we are going to have to face off 2 of them at some point, but right now this is just the beginning one. So just make sure that you have your health splitter as your scroll to be unlocking for this one, because there's no other way, I don't believe, that you could go and try to knock this guy out, so. Yeah, because just regular attacking or anything is just not going to really work. So Hell Splitter is just the only way to go and work on this guy here. And just be careful. Just shield attack and then go for the Hell Splitter there. And just keep on going. So there we go. Very nice. And he's already almost done. So now, since his armor has already went and broke off at this point in time, now he'll be in his regular fighting stance, and now you can just go and do all the back slicing or anything that you really do for this guy here. He's really not all that too difficult. It's just that sometimes he gets a little bit annoying when he kind of has to like dodge your moves a little bit here and there, but after all, it's not too bad. We just need to do just one more hit here, and I think we should at least be somewhat okay for now. It's just all about timing the right attack right there. There we go, got him. Okay. See you later, buddy. And just like that, he's out of here. Oh yeah. Okay, so now let's go and get that that area all opened up, and now the Dominion Rod is finally here, and that is where we're gonna go and end off with the episode for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one, Twilight Princess, and of course, peace.